What's up, guys? So I received a free product from the brand GLAMUP, and I wanted to share my experience with you guys. I have never tried this product before. It is the 2-step spot care microneedle patches, and they are good for, those pesky little breakouts that you get every now and then that are just like big and just out there, and honestly, sometimes makeup even doesn't cover them, okay? Now, you can't really notice the breakouts that I have on my face right now because I am wearing a full face of makeup, but once all this is removed, you will see that I do have some problematic spots on my skin right now. That is most likely due to the change in weather because of it being summer and being so hot and humid, and considering the fact that I work in a pizza shop, I tend to sweat a lot, and I already have fairly oily skin, especially in this area right here. So I do tend to break out more easily in the summer than in the winter. And recently, oh my gosh, just so many things happening at once. I got really sick, was down for like a week with just a illness. Oh, thank goodness that is over. And then with the heat and my skin not cooperating because of like the humidity and my skin just being really oily, and it's that time of the month, ladies. So my skin is just, it is recovering, okay? Let's just say that it's recovering. From the instructions, it says that you can leave these patches on for about 2 to 3 hours, and I want to see like if there is any difference in size, with those breakouts, using these patches. So I can't wait to share that experience with you guys. Okay, so my face is completely cleansed, did my entire skincare routine, and now it is time to apply these patches. As you can see close up, I do have some problematic areas, like I mentioned earlier. Those, like specifically right here and right here, is where I'm going to apply the patches. I'm not going to do it like on every single bump because like I'll have like a million patches on my face. I'm going to just do it on the ones that are just like really big and noticeable. Here are the patches right here. It comes with these patches at the top and these patches at the bottom. I read the instructions in full, and from what I could gather is that you first apply the micro needle patches and you leave that on for about 2 to 3 hours, and then following afterwards you apply one of these patches, which is supposed to help reduce redness and sort of like take away that red color to the pimple to make it less noticeable. The micro needle patch is supposed to infuse like that area with those ingredients that are basically the patch contains to help sort of shrink that pimple down and get rid of it. There are some really good ingredients in these patches. We have niacinamide, camellia flower extract, centella, we have some salicylic acid, we have some sodium hyaluronate. So there's some pretty great ingredients in these patches that are just like really ultimately going to help get rid of those big pimples and breakouts. It is recommended to apply the patches on like a fairly dry sort of, base. So, from what I gathered on GlamUp's Instagram page is that it's preferably to apply them after toner versus after a moisturizer. Me personally, I have to apply a moisturizer during my nightly skincare routines. I can't skip it. I just can't. Like it's something that I'm just not willing to sacrifice. So the way I feel as though you could remedy that is by taking a cotton pad and putting a little bit of astringent or some micellar water, whatever works for you, it really doesn't matter. Put a little bit on a pad and just sort of wipe off the areas that you want to apply the patches on. So I'm going to just wipe the moisturizer off right here and right here. Like, you see this right here, I wouldn't apply patches right there because, I mean, it's pretty much just a cluster of breakouts, and I mean, I'll just wait for that to go away on its own. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm mainly just looking towards getting rid of the big ones. Okay, so I'm gonna just open these up here. These actually are very fascinating. I'm like not even joking. I was checking them out earlier just to sort of get a general feel of what they are, and these little micro needle patches, they're really interesting. I've never seen anything like this. This is like very innovative and new in my opinion. It's definitely something that you don't see too often, and I am definitely like looking forward to trying it out and just seeing like if it works, like honestly. Okay, so I'm going to apply the first patch here. You want to make sure that you get the needle part onto the pimple area. You know, you want to try to be precise there with that. They did say that the adhesive on these patches are really, really good. Like, you know how I know for me personally, when I tried some pimple patches in the past, they didn't stick or they would move and it was just very annoying. But they said that there's a really good adhesive on these, so it will not move throughout the night. It will stay there in place. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to that as well. You can definitely feel a sort of prickly feeling when you apply the patch. It's really weird, but also really interesting. Like, I can feel the little prickly needles like going into my skin when I apply the patch. It's crazy. That's so weird, but I like it. It's nice. It like makes me sort of mentally think that it's actually going to work, so that's great. So I'm about to go to bed. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I will check back in with you guys tomorrow morning and I will apply the other patches, like the second step, to my face and leave it on for maybe an hour or two and then remove it. Probably gonna have to wake up fairly early because I have work in the morning, but that, you know, it's all worth it. It really is. To like try this out and share this experience with you guys, I will freaking do it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this on overnight. I will check back with you guys in the morning and I really look forward to it. Let's see what these patches are all about, okay? Alright guys, so it is the next day. I ended up oversleeping yesterday, so I didn't really get the opportunity to apply the patches and leave them on and whatnot. So I just did it when I got home later that night, and I pretty much left them on all night and took them off this morning. And this is what my blemishes are currently looking like. We just move up here. From feeling them, they feel like really flat, almost like they're in the healing process, if that makes sense. Like, you know how when the blemish first appears, like it has a bump to it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's in the beginning stages, right? Well, as of right now, it just feels like really flat, like it's pretty much in the process of healing, which is how by looking at it, you can tell it's in that process as well. Me personally, I have pretty fair skin, and it does take a little bit of time for big blemishes to heal on my skin. Usually I have a little scar for about a week or two. Like, I honestly think that's going to happen regardless of what product I use. But all in all, like, it definitely speeded up the process, like along the lines of like getting rid of it and it starting to heal and go away. Like, it definitely sped up the process a lot. Like, usually it takes about 2 weeks, and I'm just speaking from personal experience. So I honestly love these patches. I think they are amazing. I'm definitely going to be looking into getting more because I get pimples like this all the time, like these big outrageous pimples. I don't know why I get them. I mean, I'm not a dermatologist or anything, but me personally, I feel like it's from hormones, because I specifically get them around the time when I'm about to get, you know, that time of the month. So I think that it has a lot to do with that. But you know, they'll be a lifesaver for me, because they'll definitely like help heal up these blemishes a lot faster, to where I won't have to, you know, like drown my face in makeup to try to cover these little imperfections. Me personally, I don't like wearing a full face of makeup every single day. It can be like quite the task, I guess you can say. I really like to wear my natural skin on a daily basis, and every once in a while I'll do a full face of makeup. I'll post a more detailed review on my Instagram. God, I feel so ridiculous because I don't know why I have so much anxiety in my chest right now. I don't understand why. Anyway, peace, love, and happiness, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.